Welcome to High School Sports. I'm your host, Frederikus Perry. Before I get started, I gotta do some I guess gotta say two words. Who dat? Yes, my Saints accomplished the job in week one. Yes, it was the Panthers, but you're supposed to beat up on bad teams. You know that, guys. Like you're supposed to do that. So we did our job. Next week's against the Cowboys, which is gonna be a tougher opponent. But of course, we're gonna get the fucking win. You know how we do. It's Who Dat Nation. In DC, we trust. Now, let's get into the episode. This week, we are back to our traditional format. Two sports segments, Agatha All Along theories for my MCU nerds out there, and finally, the full return of Underdog Dawg of the week, where I pick a player from any sport who embody the spirits of an underdog. But just like me, they are not getting the media attention for their performance. More on that at the end of the show, as this week I have the WNBA, followed by two NFL games that aren't getting enough media coverage. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. This week debate question for the comment section. Yes, I got a debate question. Which rookie QB do you expect to bounce back in week two? Bo Nix or Caleb Williams? They both put up stinkers in week one, but Caleb actually got the win. More on Caleb and the Bears later. Again, for the comment section only, out of Bo Nix and or Caleb Williams, which QB do you expect to have a bounce back performance? I will pin the question in the comment section. Hope to see your answers once this video hits circulation. All right, enough with the intro. You already know how it is. I'm Frederikus Perry. I got the lighter. Uh, the news is packed. I got the lighter. Let's get high. The WNBA season is winding down and the playoffs are ramping up. Teams battling for positioning, and the final playoff spot is up for grabs for about three teams. Let's just say they all have bad records. But let's just say that topic for another episode, okay? This Tuesday, there were three games on the schedule. I'm about to discuss two out of those three games, starting with the blowout between the Liberty and Wings. New York ran away with this game. They had the lead by 8 at the end of the first, which turned into a 14-point victory by the final buzzer. The Liberty Stars are already in playoff mode. Breonna Stewart goes for 27, making this her 10th 20-point game of the season. Jonquel Jones had 19 points, going 3 of 4 from deep, and Sabrina Ionescu went 4 of 6 from 3. It was just like a typical day from her. The Liberty scored 28 or more points in the first three quarters. Overall, they just outshot the Dallas Wings. The Liberty had made 16 threes compared to the Wings' 6. Yeah, they got outshot. Arike Gunbowale has her 27th game with 20 points. Saying she's now on a good team. These two teams play again they play again this Thursday with New York leading the series 3-0. Most likely will be a fourth straight for Liberty. If you don't know the commercial, you shouldn't be watching this video. Moving to hot Atlanta, the Dreams came into this matchup against the Lynx, hoping to avoid a series sweep. This game was tight-knit throughout. The score was 41-38 in favor of Minnesota at halftime. Kayla McBride was averaging 23 points per game in this series. She only needed 15 to get the win on Tuesday, scoring 12 of those points in the third quarter alone. It helped the Lynx pull away late and secure a 76-64 victory and completing the series sweep. Minnesota shot better overall percentage-wise. Atlanta Stars were struggling in this one as the team was 30% from the field and 28% from the three. Ryan Howard contributed to those numbers, going 5 of 19 from the field and 2 of 8 from deep. Bright spot for Atlanta, Tina Charles tied the team record of double-doubles in a season with 18, and my money is on her to break the record sometime within the next 3 games. Week 1 is in the books. Some highlight performances for Saquon hat trick against the Packers on Friday. Baker Mayfield, who is making the Browns look silly, completing over 80% of his passes and tossing 4 tutties for 289 yards in a win against the Commanders. And Texans running back Joe Mixon leads the league in yards after reaching over 150 yards against that AFC South rivals Colts. It's week 1, all right, but let's get into these 2 games I want to cover. These 2 games was action-packed and tight throughout. Titans and the Bears are first up. Caleb Williams' NFL regular season debut. The first game was atrocious for the rookie. He couldn't complete over 50% of his passes, going 29 for 93 yards. Credit to the Titans defense, but only allowing 6 points defensively and still lose the game. Titans second-year quarterback Will Levis had a better first half than the second half. Mayo Man completed 59% of his passes for 129 yards with 1 TD and 2 interceptions. Safe to say, no receivers on any team had over 50 yards receiving. The Bears' defense and special team won the game in the second half. A block punt returns for a touchdown in the third, along with a clutch script sack by Darrell Taylor in the fourth, and a pick 6 on the Titans' next possession. Another interception throw by Levis ultimately sealed a Bears 17-24 victory. Williams is the first rookie QB to win in week 1 since David Carr for the Texans in 2002. Titans might be letting this one go because they play the Jets next week, and I don't see Aaron Rodgers going 0-2 to start the season. The keys for a Titan victory are to get their offensive weapon more involved. D-Hop only had 1 catch. Run the ball effectively, and hopefully the defense can play at the same level they did in week 1. Bears have a much tougher opponent, playing the Texans. The current leading rusher, Joe Mixon, looks to add to his 159 yards he amassed in week 1. The keys to a Bear victory are to establish some type of consistent offensive drive, ball control, and time management. The defense need to make the Texans one-dimensional, although that will be easier said than done. The Jaguars went down to the state to play the Dolphins. Right before the game, Tyreek Hill was detained by Miami police. He was released and still made it in time to play. Despite the major headlines surrounding this game, the game itself was massively entertaining. The Jaguars took control in the first half with Trevor Lawrence throwing a dime to Ricky Brian Thomas Jr. to make it 14-0 in the second quarter. It was 17-7 at halftime in the Jags' favor. Late in the third quarter, the Jaguars had to go up 3 scores, but an untimely Travis Etienne fumble near the end zone turned the game around for the Dolphins. The very next play, Tua Tagovailoa throws a deep pass left to Hill, who ran the rest of the way for the touchdown. The Jags went 3 and out after the Dolphins tied it 17-all. Tua completes a pass on 2nd and 11 to David Ayachain, putting the Dolphins in field goal range and setting up Jason Sanders for the game-winning field goal. Fins win 17-20. Tua leads the lead in passing yards after 1 week with 338. Hill is second in receiving yards with 130 on 8 catches, only behind Jaden Reed's 138 performance against the Eagles. In week 2, the Jaguars play the Browns at home. Cleveland just got embarrassed by the Cowboys. I'm talking about like embarrassed. In front of Tom Brady, no less. The keys to victory are to establish that run game. Tanks Bidby and Etienne combined for 120 yards rushing, consistent pass rush, and simply keeping Myles Garrett from ruining your game plan. Dolphins stay at home to play the AFC's rival Bills. The Bills are coming off a comeback win against the Cardinals, and Josh Allen.
Being the most overrated player, give me a praise.
The keys to victory are to run the ball for more than 100 yards. The Dolphins were held to only 81 in week 1. Contain Josh Allen and consistent pass rush. Let me know what week 2 games you are most excited for. Drop it down in the comment section. Agatha All Along releases this month on the 18th. This would be the second installment of a trilogy that started with WandaVision. Now we have Agatha All Along, with Vision Quest completing the trilogy when it releases. Watch this 30-second trailer Marvel released recently about the show.
Agatha Harkness returns. From the twisted minds of WandaVision, hungry for power, determined for revenge. Starring Katherine Hahn as the terrifying witch, Agatha Harkness.
Join me.
Watch if you dare.
What happens next?
The most blood-chilling reality war.
Big series.
You'll wish you had kept your eyes on Agatha All Along.
The cast is headlined by Katherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness, Patty LuPone as Lilia Cardero, Aubrey Plaza as Ria Vidal, Shashir Zamata as Jennifer Kale, Ali An as Alice Woolgiver, as a mystery role, and Paul Adamson, if I'm saying that right, and Joe Locke have mystery roles. Though it is rumored that Joe is playing Billy Massabas, one of Wanda's twin sons, who in the MCU, their birthday is still a mystery. As to how the show will connect to the MCU and the multiverse saga, I have a theory, but first, I want to speak about the show itself. The plot looks to be about Agatha and Joe's character form a coven to go down the witch's road. To have their dreams come to reality. But I have a theory that at the end of this witch's road is Mephisto. Or we might see him some point in the season. And I could completely be wrong because I know he will be in Ironheart. But showing that demon in the trailer, and plus you must go down to get there, is the reason for that. Why I don't believe, it won't have a Loki season 2 effect, but more of an Earth scale, because Vision Quest is the final show of this trilogy. I theorize at the end we will see Vision on some type of scale. Billy and Tommy Maximoff will be canonized in MCU, and Agatha at the end of this show will somehow encounter the Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda, to surprise Wanda with, and to her surprise, Wanda's in hell with Mephisto. And this will lead, set it up for Vision to lead the team of Young Avengers or of his own Vision Quest to possibly go and find Wanda. And I think that's going to be the main plot of Vision Quest. This week, Underdog Dawg goes to Patriots running back Ramondre Stevenson, who was a big catalyst in a win against the Bengals. Stevenson, a 2021 fourth-round pick out of Oklahoma, is in his last year of his rookie contract. He has been a starter since a rookie. In a full season when he's healthy, he is a 1,000-plus yard rusher, as he proved in 2022. Stevenson is a consistent 4 yards per carry rusher. His stats were 120 yards on 25 carries and a touchdown against the Bengals. With more viewers watching on a consistent basis, and it truly means the world to me, thank you. Thanks a lot. If you can hit that like button and subscribe, because we are dropping new shows every week, every Wednesday or Thursday. I'm in school, so it's going to be quite difficult for a specific day, but we're dropping shows, and the quality only improves from here. But with that being said, my name is Frederikus Perry, and this smoke session is over.